Hi everyone, long time no actually making videos, and there's reasons behind that. Not that we're trying to slack, but if you guys actually follow us on Instagram, you guys know uh, why we haven't. Um, 1 to 2 years ago, I had a cornea transplant the first time, and that one started rejecting itself, and I'll get more into detail. More in depth what actually it is and what causes it and stuff like that. And about 2 weeks ago, I actually got a second corneal transplant. Now you're wondering, what is that? Like, um, if you're not familiar with it. And I actually made some notes of what it means and all that info and all those people out there that gone through this procedure and surgery and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about, and I mean it's not easy. And I'll talk a little bit like both eyes, because both eyes are not that amazing. Corneal transplantation, also known as corneal grafting, is a surgical procedure where a damaged or diseased cornea is replaced by donated corneal tissue. When the entire cornea is replaced, it is known as penetrating keratoplasty. And when only part of the cornea is replaced, it is known as Mayar. Sorry, I mispronounced it. Keratoplasty. And maybe you guys are wondering why I'm using sunglasses inside. For a couple months that my cornea actually transplant, like not cornea transplant. Well, yeah. The first one I had, it started rejecting itself, and that's part of the shiny part of the eye, on the where the little middle part of the eye is and stuff. So let's get to what I'm trying to get to. First one was because my original one was garbage, and stuff like that, and I actually got it from someone that is deceased, dead, and stuff like that, and donated their cornea for someone that needed a new one. And that one started rejecting itself, like I've been saying. There was some like incisions in it that was coming off of it. My eyes were watery and would make me tear up. They were red, irritated, like it felt like there was something in my eye when there was nothing at all. I always had to have my eyes closed, and having sunglasses inside and out would help a little bit more. Even though my eyes were always watery, I always covered my eyes with the sunglasses. And you guys are wondering why am I using it now? They still actually bug here and there and stuff like that, and they're hurting a little bit today, and It's not like the first one, the surgery, because that one I was like, I was getting drainage and so on. I'm talking about this nasty stuff. Week before, fast forward, that was upset stomach, but it was a yellowish color, and my eye was like reddish color, and I was all freaked out. Sean was freaking out and stuff like that, because it was like scary looking. And this one, he did say that he wasn't gonna get another corneal uh, transplantation of another deceased person. What he was gonna do with this one, he was just gonna put a bubble to keep it in place and more stable before it could actually work more properly. So yeah, that's a little bit what I went through this one. Now this one, they actually did mention my original eye doctor before the one I have now is that my eye, like this one, is shaped as a football. And I guess it's not normal because I tried looking into LASIK surgery and they can't really do that, because if they do, they would actually leave a hole on my eyeball. And it's hard for me. They just told me I had to deal. Basically, it's what it sounded. And they actually fixed this eye because I forgot what eye it was. I think this one. Or this one. I had a lazy eye, and I couldn't see people in straight in the face because I was so insecure of looking at people, and I felt they were just looking at my eyeball just move. I would actually even do that to Sean because I was insecure. I was never happy. I was scared to actually make friends, even go out in the world and actually face other people. And so, like, because I thought they were just gonna probably make fun or just look at me and stuff like that, not me as a person. So yeah, that's what actually happened like after the year or 2 years, or I think no, it was the same time. Yeah, it was the same time that I got surgery, but with a different doctor, I believe, because I had like 2 surgeries around that 2 years. So yeah, that's something that I've been dealing with, and because they put what they actually told me, they're trying to align my eyes, because they told me even though I get surgeries, it won't always be a 50-50 eyesight, and my eyes will always be blurry. They did tell me that if I get more eye corneal rejections, it could be up to like 10 of them. But I'll get more into what's called, and just saying about that. But if you guys ever see more videos of this, it's because it got rejected and stuff like that. And one more thing I have to say about that, I do have hard contacts. They're not those small plastic contact lenses that you could repurchase every single time. The insurance have to always get those for me because out of pocket, I believe it would only be 400 to 600, depending on the doctor. But yeah, so a pair, imagine it would be like over $1,000. But for one, it's just 400 to 600, which I can't really afford all the time. Anyways, in the United States, it's roughly cost $13,000 for an outpatient procedure and nearly $28,000 for an in-hospital procedure for individuals without insurance. Again, I had insurance, thank God, and mine was outpatient. It was about 30 to an hour, I believe. There are two main types of cornea transplant: traditional full-thickness cornea transplant and back layer cornea transplant. And what that means is that the first one I got was the whole cornea, and they had to cut more of the eyeball where the circle is to actually put it again a deceased person's cornea. And the back layer of it, he did mention it was more of what he did this time, and that was the bubble. I didn't understand it because they talk in so big professional words and stuff like that, but yeah. How long does it take to recover from a corneal transplant? For some people, it may take 6 to 12 weeks to get a full benefit of surgery and to see as clearly as possible. Your doctor will give you eye drops to help your eye heal and prevent your body from rejecting the donor tissue. To be honest with you guys, since I had this happen, which, to be honest with you, it gets annoying. I got this eye drops. It's called afloxacin, and that's the one I have to take while the surgery. And this will be my last one he's gonna actually make me take, and I don't know to take that anymore. And then I got this one that is called Persilong. I'm not gonna pronounce everything, but that one I have to take for the rest of my life. If not, there'll be more corneal tissue rejections. So I better just stick to doing what I have to do, because I don't know if Shawna mentioned on Instagram or anything or any social media out there that I was so stubborn to actually take my drops. I'm stubborn when it comes to medication. I have to take sertraline, and that's for people that have depression. Anyways, but I learned my lesson, and I'm keeping up with my surgeon. I'm gonna see him on the 6th, and show him that I've been actually doing what I have to be told. And then I have like all this that's almost the same thing. Well, this one is to clean overnight, and what I do, I put the contact on this thing here, put in the eyeball, and it comes out like this. And then haven't used it for a while because I couldn't even open my eyeball. And you put the contact right there, and you close it, you put this liquid, it's bubbly, and stuff like that, because what it's doing, it's actually cleaning all the bad stuff. And the other ones is to cleans, rinses, disinfects, and stores. And this one says a little bit more. Rinses, cleans, cushions, conditions, disinfects, daily protein remover for rapid gas per, I can't read that, contact lenses. And then I have to use this little thing to actually put my contact, because he tried teaching me how to put it with my fingers, and it's impossible. So he has to cut this over here, and I just put this right here, and it is called sodium chloride, and it's every time I have to put my contacts to see clearly. And to be honest with you, I could see a lot better if I had a 50-50 eyesight with contacts, and especially those hard ones, instead of without. Or I can't really use regular glasses because they told me I will not even be able to look that good, like if it was a 50-50. So I didn't even bother, because if I did ask for glasses, and he told me it would have just been in this one, the prescribed lens, because he can't put nothing on this one. So I'm like, alright, I'm just good. And this one, this suction little thing here, is to suck the contact out and stuff like that. Now I actually lost my other hard contacts by using this little thing, because it sometimes don't stick to the contacts as good. And then I use this for dry eyes, but when I went to see my regular eye doctor, she told me to stop taking this and use this. It's a lot better. I don't have preservatives. I don't know what that means, but yeah. How painful is a cornea transplant? During the procedure, people shouldn't feel any pain. You won't be asleep, but to be honest with you guys, I think it's a lot of bogus what they tell you, because not dissing any doctor out there, but the first time I didn't feel anything because I was asleep. This time I was awake. I felt everything. I felt like an injection going in my eyeball. I felt scraping. I felt like pain. I felt like everything. When they were putting eye drops, I felt like a lot of pain. You could just see me do this because of the pain. Even though they didn't anesthesia or whatever they call it. So I don't know. The surgeon cuts through the entire thickness of an abnormal or diseased cornea to remove a small button-sized disc of the tissue. The doctor will do the entire surgery while looking through a microscope and typically takes 30 minutes to 1 hour. Most corneal transplants last well beyond 10 years. Corneal transplant patients require biannual checkups to ensure optimal eye health. The stitches may be removed all at once, or they may be slowly removed over months or years. If the patient works, they will be able to return normal routine in about 1 to 2 weeks after surgery, but your vision will still be blurry, like I was mentioning. Corneal transplant rejection is, if a donor tissue is most serious complication of a corneal transplant and occurs in 5 to 30% of the patients. Transplant rejection is when your body immune system detects the donor cornea as a foreign body and attacks and tries to destroy it. Which I was losing eyesight. I couldn't not even go downstairs. Shawna, there was times she helped me a lot of times, so I'm really thankful for that. She helped me a lot of times here because she felt so bad, and there was times I was bumping into things, and there was times because I couldn't open, my eyes were so watery and red and stuff like that, that I would hit my head into like the wall. Not that I tried, I just couldn't see. And there was times we would have to go to the store, and I couldn't even help Sean with groceries or anything. That's why we haven't been doing TikToks, Instagram, or actually YouTube. And I know that there were some people saying that Sean should help me. She's been a great help. We just don't do that. We don't show that because obviously I did tell her to stop making videos, to take time off like social media and relax until I was completely healed. I'm not completely healed yet and stuff like that because I am gonna still have discomfort, he said, but at least I can see a little better. And I'll make a video and keep you guys updated. I was losing my vision when I tried walking before surgery. It will affect me going downstairs, like this is what I was saying. Or if we had to leave, it was hard to walk. I had watery redness, swellingness, which I forgot to mention. It felt like I had stuff in my right eye when there wasn't anything. Rejection is unusual after corneal transplantation because the cornea usually does not have blood vessels. Without blood vessels, the body's immune system is less likely to recognize, and it is not its normal and rejects it. How many times can you have a corneal transplant? Like I was mentioning before, if detected early, the graft will be successful. 9 out of 10 times, corneal transplant surgeries can be repeated. And I was reading about that, and I did ask because I was looking at pictures. When you get repeated corneal transplantation tissues in your eyeball, whatever it is, you get an artificial one that looks not okay. Like he said that was the last option. If it was like 10 to all that. But anyways, that was all, and just want to let you guys know that little but surely, me and Sean are gonna actually be in social media a lot, and we've been thinking of making more videos for you guys. So please, actually look for more videos and stuff like that. And we want to thank all of you that actually been sticking in our side and not unsubscribing. And we've been keeping an eye on if people's actually been unsubscribing, and it's not that we're trying to flag. We miss doing video for you guys, and yeah. But we just wanted to let you guys know, and well, hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, wherever you guys are located. Till next time, peace.